All right, YouTube, coming to you out of Detroit. I had to restart this video and redo it because it's a real bad storm. Trees and stuff is falling around here in Detroit. Now, I want you to see this crime, this situation. And when you think about this, you should be outraged at it for a lot of reasons. And then what's going on is that Twitter and other people are debating about who was right and who was wrong. Was the mother wrong? Was the guy wrong? Or whatever. But there's no right in this situation. When you see this situation, you should be outraged. And I want you to think about when you go to the church and you pay the pastors their tithings in the collection plate, or you go to the mosque and you put some in the collection plate for the brothers, or you go to the temple. Why do y'all go to them temples and go to them places and give them their money and they won't even protect you? One of the things you're going to see in this video is that there's an adult man that witnesses the woman being attacked, and he walks and get out the way while the woman is savagely attacked. So she has to have her 14-year-old son shoot this guy. Her man, her what you might call her man husband, and now both of them are incarcerated. You know what I mean? And, you know, in the black community, the women and men have been fighting gender politics with each other, and women are talking about how they're not protected. But do you think that you're going to ever be protected, man, woman, or child in the black community, as long as we keep bickering and beefing with each other? I'm going to get right off into this video, and I want you to look and think about what it is you're seeing closely, and think about what happened here.
Get your food! Who? Get the gun? Who? Nay. Get your food! Get your food! If you say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out. Oh my God, I said one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out. Oh, say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out. Get your food! Who? Get the gun? Who? Nay. Get your food! Get your food! If you say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out. Oh my God, I said one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out. Oh, say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out. Get your food! Who? Get the gun?
Okay. Now, they didn't show the actual effect. There's a glimmer when the guy finally realized that he's being shot. You know what I mean? And he literally gets shot twice in the back of his head. You know what I mean? While he's savagely attacking this woman here. Now, when you look at the video, you can tell that this woman here clearly has some type of mental issues or mental problems. Something wrong with her as well. First of all, she's out real late at night going to the restaurant with her 14-year-old. I mean, the environment is so toxic in that restaurant. And then the one thing that you see is you see the old man, the grown man, you see him get out the way and don't try to help the woman. Don't do anything. I want you to watch it again and see the older man. Watch how he leaves. I want you to see it all. This right here, that's his shirt. That's the older man's shirt. And watch again.
Nay. Get your food! Get your food! If you say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out. Oh my God, I said one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out. Oh, say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out. Get your food! Who? Get the gun?
The grown man, the adult man, ran as soon as he started attacking the woman. So the 14-year-old comes in, sees the guy beating his mama because the mother had already texted him and told him to grab the gat and come in there. So, for so many reasons, this video is shocking. It's shocking. It's alarming because this is how it really is. You know what I mean? There is no genuine care and concern for each other in this community. And on a Sunday, and I just be wondering, when y'all go to the church and the pastor talks all that good stuff and the deacons and the rest of them in there, Have you noticed they're nowhere in the community making anything safe or doing anything? They still on the same hustle in the con, in the mosque, in the temple. You don't see them nowhere until Sunday passing that collection plate to get 10% of what you earned. And in return, they give you nothing. They don't protect you. They don't even speak out on this type of thing. You know? And people is actually talking about, was the woman wrong? Was the guy wrong for assault? This is systemic because as black people, why we can't see that we done gotten to the point to where we're not going to help each other. We're not going to defend each other. We're too busy trying to outdo each other. We're too steeped in materialism to even really have some care and concern. So this is going viral. You know what I mean? This is going viral. 14-year-old charged with the death, along with his mother. Now I'm going to say something controversial, because if she would have had a man, he would have never let her be out that late at night going to a little hole-in-the-wall restaurant to get something to eat in that cheap little dive of a place with his baby. So she had no covering for whatever reason. So we don't even got to argue that type of gender politics. We got to argue the cognitive dissonance that makes people not even care, all the way to the point to where you seeing these types of tragedies consistently every weekend. It's another one. It's another one every day. You know what I'm saying? While you being replaced by minorities, by the Mexicans and Ukrainians and whoever comes over here to fill in the job force or whatever. This is so, it's so weird. It's so weird to even watch it. You can see it on Twitter. They only gonna show you about as much as I showed you on here. But you can see that the lady was continually going back and forth with this guy as if she can whoop him. You know what I mean? She was acting in you know, even in the face of the threats or whatever, she was still going back and forth. They still going back and forth. At one of the cheapest looking restaurants I've ever seen. And this is in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? But the story is systemic and systematic of what's going on in our community. I mean, that was crazy. That was crazy. And the guy that lost his life, his girlfriend was in the background laughing and joking as if everything was not going to turn out the way it did. I look at social media. People always on social media, slick this and saying this. You never know when what you do and what comes out your mouth is going to get you smoked. But I'm starting to learn that a lot of people, they so steeped in their misery and they so steeped in self-loathing, they really don't care whether they live or die. They really don't. You know what I mean? Some of them on some levels, they don't mind dying just to get out of going to work. For real, that's how bad black people got. And the young people totally have no understanding of what life is. Who raised them, though? Who raised them, though? Because they horrible at this point. And I even had, like I told you, I even had a sister tell me one time, you shouldn't post so much negative stuff. As if I don't post it and show it to you, it's going to just go away. You rather not look at it until you got some of your family members on social media talking about somebody got their wings or pray for us and all that. That's not what's happening. I told you a long time ago that they was purging black people. We're being purged. This is a sad tragedy. And it just trips me out that your spiritual leaders have no answer. They null and void. There was an adult man there. Soon as he couldn't diffuse it, he couldn't do nothing but run and get out the way. And let the sister get beat. Until her baby had to defend her. It's just messy all the way around. And there's gonna be so many takes on this story because it's going viral. You know what I mean? Because it got caught. I mean, just think of what we've been seeing Women smoke her husband on the way to work, and women, you know what I'm saying? And it's all in our community. But yet your spiritual leaders have no answers. They don't even speak on it. They don't even address it. They still giving you the same old hookup. I remember when I was taking classes to be a minister. You know what they tell the ministers? They tell the ministers to tailor your sermon to appease and pander to the women because they hold the purse strings to the temples, the mosques, and the church. So when you hear them telling you, you the queen and you the goddess, and they telling you that for money, that's pimp talk. That's all that is. That's pimp talk. Because if they tell you anything else, you will be like the men and you won't put nothing in that collection plate because we all know that God don't need money. So like when they say, oh, I'm married to the church, I'm married to Jesus, that's blasphemy. You ain't married to no Jesus. That church is nothing but a social gathering for people trying to date and do other stuff under the guise of religiosity. Some of them just ain't got nowhere to go or whatever, because if you can't see that this world is in chaos and is spiritually dark and is spiritually blind and it's the blind leading the blind, then I don't know where you've been or what you're looking at. I don't even know what you're seeing on TV or anywhere that doesn't point to the level of spiritual darkness and debauchery that you see on a daily basis. Who was wrong in the situation? Both of them. All of them. She was wrong for having her baby out with her that late at night for some greasy spoon stuff. He was wrong because he couldn't even see that it was a female weaker than him that he attacked, and he didn't even see it coming when he got his noodles rocked. If you're gonna keep on, keep going until it be you, because it will be you at a gas station, a grocery store, a market, a concert, anywhere. You can get it anywhere, and anybody can get it. That's how our culture has become. That's what we're doing to each other right now, and you keep seeing it consistently. No leadership. If you don't have no leadership, what are you giving your tithes to these charlatans for? They devils, and you love them because they give you nothing. That's why they got the mentality of pimps. They pimps. Go in there, you hear the gospel music, and they just shaking and dancing with the tambourines, but it's all about money and materialism in the end. You know that. You don't want to believe because you want to be so sanctified and so holy. Oh, I want to be saved. Saved from who? And saved from what? Saved from yourself, your ignorance, the darkness that you live in, your mysticism, your superstition, your satanic worship. I don't know what you're going to do about it. You know what I mean? Because you created a mantra of the least protected and least respected. That was said so many times that that's become a living reality for you. So either find something better than what you have right now, or you suffer the consequences. You suffer the consequences of living with cognitive dissonance. You suffer the consequences of being married and attached to the Democratic Party. You suffer the consequences for your materialism, the fact that you don't care about nothing but yourself. Signing out of Detroit. Keep your head on the swivel. Share, like, and subscribe. Peace.